All right, how's everybody doing? Kirk Fletcher here. Been away for a little bit, just doing stuff. A little busy, but everything is okay. I just wanted to play this little groove, like I like to play a lot of funky, type things, make little loops with the bass and the guitar because it's just fun and it's more musical than just playing by myself or backing tracks or something. I just make up the loops, as it goes. I just came up with like a little lick and then the bass line, to kind of play a counterpoint part to that. Try and say that a million times. Counterpoint part. Something like that, so I could solo over and, kind of just work on my phrasing, major and minor, pentatonic, and just laying things out on the fretboard like I've done for a long time. And I really have been listening to a lot of Johnny Guitar Watson lately because, I've always listened to like the really early Johnny Guitar Watson, like Motorhead Baby and She Moves Me and all of those sides like that. I just love it so much. And of course, through my family and through, the neighborhood and people that, were digging the music in the 70s and stuff like that, who I learned a lot from, people who were a little bit older than me, they were listening to Johnny Guitar Watson, all of his stuff, So in the 70s mainly, so, it's just fun to kind of play like this blues style over this kind of more funky and R&B and soul grooves, kind of carrying that. I kind of like mixing things up, sort of like these funky grooves with, more like bluesy phrasing and things like that, just to be a little different and take a little left turn from, what everybody else is doing. Those are words I kind of live by. If I see a lot of people doing one thing, I try and maybe veer to the other side of it. So, definitely dig on Johnny Guitar Watson, all of his stuff because it's really cool and there's really something there. I mean, even like his late 70s records and things like that, when keyboards, electronic synthesizers were coming in, still Johnny Guitar Watson had that deep soul. And that's the most important thing, more so than the guitar, the amp, the pedals, the keyboards, the electronic drums, anything, is that deep soul. I mean, you take a guy like Prince, and he used the Linn drum and made some amazing, memorable, timeless music with that. And obviously, at my age demographic, I'm a big fan of that as well as all of the stuff that came before. So definitely try and keep your ears and your heart peeled to different kinds of music and try and pull out the more of the positives about things, and not the negatives so much. Words to Live By with Kirk Fletcher.